We have just seen at Bluesfest tonight an absolutely awesome show by Metric. It was incredible. Started quiet and slow and built and built and built and built. And right now we're just sitting outside Metric's trailer and we're just wondering if we can get a couple of minutes with Emily to talk with her about this amazing show. So we've got our fingers crossed, we're hoping, and maybe we'll get a chance to see what the artist's point of view was on what we think was an amazing connection with an audience here in Ottawa tonight. I just want to ask you a couple of quick questions about the show tonight. When you first came out, for the first 20 minutes, you seemed inside yourself. And it was interesting to watch it because I'm saying, oh, I wonder if she's into it tonight or where she's at. And then it's like you blossomed and came out of yourself and started to see the connection and feel the connection with the crowd. When you come out at first, are you kind of in a zone that you have to break out of or make a connection, or what was going on there tonight?
I know what you mean, and tonight that's definitely not the case. It's actually a set that we've been working on. It's kind of, we develop our live set the same way that we do the sequence on a record. I'm sure music fans know that. You know, when you listen to an album from beginning to end, it makes such a difference where every song plays out. So the decision to open with Twilight Galaxy, it's a very moody, kind of dark song, but I think a really uplifting song. It's just, you know, saying, you know, did they tell you to give up, basically? And well, forget it. I didn't. You know, I find it to be, it is a bit introspective, I suppose, but it's a very uplifting song. And then I love our, like, we wrote this metal jam at the end, which is, you know, how the show sort of developed. So the shape of the show to us is intended to be kind of thought-provoking at the beginning and more reflective than this big flashy bam. You know, everyone who's been with us through Live It Out has seen Metric in a, you know, sweaty rock club, and you know, we really wanted to convey a different sonic quality on this record and with the show. So it's definitely about being kind of contained, letting the thing reveal and having it be more about sound than stage antics. And then the songs themselves really dictate the shape of the show. And we were really happy with the set tonight and the crowd.
I thought it was awesome, and I think the way you bookend it, then you come back at the end of the show with that idea of don't give up on your dream, no matter what anybody tells you, when you start with that more introspective approach to it.
Yeah, I guess I suppose, you know, what's interesting about being a musician and being a writer is that we're understanding and finding out what we mean kind of along with the audience. You know, it's so often the case with music. It's such a magical thing, and I'm actually quite wary of anybody who takes full credit for anything they write. You know, you do your best to, like, develop your skill or whatever, but it's such an amazing force of nature. And so, you know, as we're playing it, we're like, this is interesting. We never could have known how this song what this would have meant. And as things change and we repeat the songs and play different shows, they reveal their meanings to us as much as they do to the crowd.
It seemed to me tonight that that was a special night, that going out at the end, doing the bow because you couldn't do another song. Did you feel that connection with the audience? Because I certainly thought that they felt it with you tonight. Yeah,
I thought it was a really excellent audience. And as I said from the stage, you know, we are really aware of the people who've been with us from when there were 15 people in the club. And I always want to reassure them too if they're concerned. You know, people always say, oh, we're afraid you're going to get too big or something. It's just like, you know, you can always go back to a club of 15 people, but for what we want to do sonically, we're very excited, you know, and we were honored to play on the big stage this time and making those little developments in our lives where we get to play Glastonbury and these bigger festivals and kind of accomplish, like, sonically again what we've always wanted to do. And we can always go back to those sweaty clubs and the people who were with us from the beginning. So.
And I had to laugh because just as you said, your mom gets exhausted watching you on stage, I was thinking the exact same thought. You were just like that ever-ready bunny going back and forth across that stage. I was going, isn't she going to collapse?
Well, it is amazing. We've all grown up watching those performers. It's like, I don't know if you thought that about James Brown or if you thought that about Michael Jackson or, you know, any of these, Freddie Mercury, Mick Jagger, all these guys. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's something about music that I feel like those old school rock and roll performers, those are my heroes. And I know, you know, the indie rock ethic is much more like stand there and, you know, gain weight while you stand there, but grow your beard while you're playing a show. But we enjoy, like, bringing the energy to it and kind of paying homage to those old rock and roll bands because that's kind of our roots. So.
Well, thanks for doing this after a show. I know artists sometimes just want to huddle around themselves after a show, so thanks for doing this right after a set.
Oh, my pleasure, and it really was a really exceptional night for us as well, so thanks for having us.